Success is not a casual affair. It doesn't just happen by accident or chance. If you truly desire to live the life of your dreams, you must become obsessed with success. You need to think about it, talk about it, live it and breathe it. Let that burning desire for success fuel every action, every decision and every step you take. It's easy to look at those who have achieved their goals, the individuals at the pinnacle of their success, enjoying the lifestyle they've always dreamed of, and say, I want what they have. And we all yearn for that result, don't we? The cars, the homes, the freedom, the satisfaction of knowing we've made it. But here's the real question: how many of us are genuinely willing to put in the work? How many are prepared to become obsessed with the process? This is the critical distinction between those who turn their dreams into reality and those who simply wish for them. Wishing alone won't cut it. Success demands a fierce desire and a hunger. Now let me clarify: obsession is a double-edged sword. It can either propel you forward or hold you back. It's your responsibility to harness that energy and direct it toward your goals. Be deliberate, be intentional, allow your obsession to drive you and watch as your dreams transform into your reality. If you allow your obsession to drift into negative territories, it can consume you in destructive ways. However, when you channel that energy, when you harness it and direct it toward achieving your goals, it transforms into a powerful driving force. It becomes the engine that propels your journey to success. I remember when I was in my 20s, I met a man who profoundly changed my life. He was a living embodiment of success, financially, spiritually, and in his relationships. I asked him, how do I get to where you are? His response altered the course of my life forever. He said, Kim, if you want to have what I have, you must be willing to do what I did. That statement hit me like a ton of bricks. It made me realize that success isn't merely about what you want, it's about what you are willing to do, what you are prepared to sacrifice, and most importantly, what you are willing to become obsessed with. It's not enough to have goals, you must transform those goals into a constant presence in your mind. It's about waking up with your goal at the forefront of your thoughts, working diligently throughout the day, and going to bed with that desire still burning bright in your mind. This level of focus must be so sharp that nothing can sway you off course. But here's the hard truth: most people aren't willing to commit to this level of obsession. They may work hard for a time, exhibit discipline and show enthusiasm at the start, yet when the going gets tough, when the path becomes steep, they start to lose that focus. Their obsession begins to fade, and that's when dreams die, not in the failure of an attempt but in the slow erosion of commitment. I've witnessed this cycle time and again. People begin with fervor, excitement and a fire in their hearts, but when they don't see immediate results, when the rewards don't come as swiftly as they hoped, they begin to waver. They lose that obsessive drive, that unwavering focus on success, and ultimately they settle. They settle for mediocrity, they settle for good enough. They say things like, maybe this is all I was meant to do, or maybe success isn't for me. But I urge you, don't let that be your story. Stay committed, cultivate your obsession, let it fuel you every single day, and you will discover the path to success. I'm telling you, success doesn't belong to the maybe crowd, it doesn't belong to the I tried group. Success belongs to those who are obsessed, those who possess an unwavering commitment, a singular focus and an insatiable hunger to achieve. It belongs to the individuals who refuse to make excuses, the ones who, even when faced with adversity, keep pushing forward because they're driven by something deeper than mere desire. They are driven by an obsession with success. Now let's be clear, obsession isn't solely about working harder, it's also about working smarter. It's about being strategic, it's about knowing when to pivot, when to change direction and when to double down on your efforts. It's about having the awareness to recognize that every failure and every setback is not the end, but merely a stepping stone toward your goals. If you're truly obsessed with success, you won't view failure as final, you'll see it as feedback, an opportunity to learn, to grow and to come back stronger. Take Michael Jordan for example. He didn't become the greatest basketball player of all time by talent alone. Yes, he had talent, but more than that, he had an obsession. He was relentless in his pursuit of greatness. He practiced harder than anyone else, spent extra time in the gym and studied both his opponents and his own game with meticulous attention. He was obsessed with every detail that could make him better. But let me tell you, this obsession doesn't guarantee an easy path. It doesn't mean you won't encounter challenges, obstacles or moments of doubt, the more obsessed you become, the larger the challenges may appear because you're constantly pushing your limits. Embrace that struggle. Understand that every hurdle you overcome only strengthens your resolve and brings you closer to your dreams. But here's the beauty of it: when you're obsessed with success, those challenges don't deter you, they energize you, they fuel your passion, because you know deep down that every obstacle you overcome brings you one step closer to your goal. Now let's be clear about something: obsession isn't a part-time job, it's not something you can switch on and off like a light, it's a full-time commitment. You can't be obsessed with success on a Monday and then take Tuesday off. You can't be focused for a month and then slack off for the next two. No, obsession demands consistency. It requires that you show up every single day regardless of how you feel or what's happening around you. Think of it like planting a garden. You don't just sow the seeds one day and expect a bountiful harvest the next. No, you plant, you water, you tend and you nurture those seeds every single day. You protect them from the elements, you give them the attention they need, and with time, patience and care they begin to grow. But the moment you stop, the moment you neglect that garden, it starts to wither. The same principle applies to success. If you want to reap a rich harvest, you must tend to it daily, you must be obsessed with its growth. Now you might be thinking, Jim, this sounds exhausting, this sounds like a lot of work, and you're right, it is. But let me ask you this: what's the alternative to settle for a life that falls short of your potential, to watch others chase their dreams while you remain on the sidelines? No, my friends, that's not the life for you. The hard work, the dedication, the obsession, it all pays off in ways that are far beyond what you can imagine. So embrace the journey, embrace the grind. It's all part of the beautiful process of becoming who you're meant to be. But here's the reality: anything worth having is going to require effort. Anything worth achieving demands that you give more than you've ever given before. It requires sacrifice, it requires discipline, it requires pushing yourself to levels you didn't even know you were capable of reaching. But let me tell you this: it's worth it, every single bit of it. When you finally reach that pinnacle of success and look back to see just how far you've come, you'll understand that your obsession was not only necessary, it was essential. You'll realize that success isn't merely about the result, it's about who you became in the process. Success is not just about achieving a goal, it's about transforming yourself into the kind of person who is capable of achieving that goal. And that transformation only happens when you are fully, completely and unapologetically obsessed with your success. Success is not something you chase, it's something you attract by becoming the person who can handle it. When you let your obsession drive you to improve, to get better every day, and to never settle for anything less than your very best, people will take notice. They'll see that fire in your eyes, that unrelenting drive. Some will admire you for it, others may try to pull you down. There will be those who don't understand why you're so focused, why you're willing to sacrifice your time, your comfort and sometimes even relationships for your success. But remember, this success isn't for everyone, it's for the few who are willing to do what others aren't. So I ask you, are you willing to be one of the few? Are you willing to be obsessed with your success? Embrace that question and let it guide your actions. Make that commitment to yourself and watch how your life transforms. Think about that for a moment: not just being interested or merely curious, but truly obsessed, because that's what it's going to take. That's the price you have to pay. You know, my mentor Mr. Shaw once told me something that stuck with me: Jim, most people major and minor things isn't that powerful. Most people spend their lives focused on things that don't matter. They waste their time, energy and potential on distractions. If you want to be successful, if you want to rise above the crowd, you've got to major in the things that matter most. You've got to be obsessed with the things that will lead you to your goals and let go of everything else. So what are these vital things? What should you be obsessed with? First and foremost, you must be obsessed with your vision. Your vision is the blueprint of your future. It's the picture of what you want your life to look like. You need to see it so vividly in your mind that it feels real before it even happens. I remember being dead broke, not even able to afford a decent pair of shoes, but I had a vision. I could see myself living in success, surrounded by the fruits of my labor, able to give generously to those in need, traveling the world and experiencing the best life has to offer. That vision was so real to me that despite my current circumstances, I never doubted I would achieve it. It didn't matter that my bank account was empty or that people told me I was dreaming too big. I knew where I was headed and I let that vision guide me. Here's something crucial: your vision needs to be clear, but it also has to be compelling. It must ignite a fire within you. If your vision doesn't make you jump out of bed in the morning, happening. If it doesn't keep you up at night with excitement about making it a reality, then it's not strong enough. A powerful vision fuels your obsession, and that obsession will carry you through when others give up. Next, you must be obsessed with your daily habits. I cannot stress this enough. Your success is determined by what you do every single day, not just what you do once in a while. Many people like to think that success is this grand event that happens all at once, but in reality success is the result of small consistent actions compounded over time. It's all about the little things: what time you wake up, how you spend your mornings, how you manage your time, how you treat others, and how disciplined you are with your tasks. It's easy to let the small things slip. It's easy to think, oh, it's just one day, I can take it easy today. But I'm telling you, every time you let your standards slide, every time you compromise your habits, you're moving one step further away from success. Your daily habits must align with the success you want to achieve. Once you discover the habits that work for you, you must be relentless in your pursuit of them. You need to be obsessed with ensuring you do what you need to do every day, no matter what. Look at any successful person and I guarantee they have a set of habits they follow religiously. They have routines that keep them on track, propelling them forward. So commit to your vision and your habits. That's the pathway to your success. And here's the key: successful individuals don't just engage in these practices when they feel like it. They do them every single day, regardless of whether they feel motivated or not. That's where obsession comes into play. When you're truly obsessed with your success, you don't need motivation to do the work. The obsession itself drives you. I remember days when I didn't feel like making another phone call, meeting another client, or staying up late to strategize my next move, but I did it anyway. Why? Because I was obsessed with where I was headed. I understood that every call, every meeting, and every decision was another brick in the foundation of my success. My obsession meant I didn't need someone else to push me. I didn't require external motivation. It was all inside me, propelling me forward, urging me to keep building, to keep moving toward that vision. Another critical area of obsession is personal development. You've got to be obsessed with improving yourself, every aspect of it. Mr. Cha used to tell me, Jim, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. That's the secret. Success is not about sidestepping difficulties. It's about becoming the kind of person who can conquer them, and you achieve that by continually working on yourself. Read the books, attend the seminars, learn from mentors, and surround yourself with people who are better than you. You must feed your mind with ideas and information that elevate your thinking. Practice the skills that will make you more valuable in the marketplace. Here's the truth: the more valuable you become, the more success you attract. But this doesn't happen by accident. It occurs because you are obsessed with getting better every day. You are obsessed with learning, growing, and stretching yourself beyond what you thought was possible. And let's be clear about another aspect of personal development: it's not a destination, it's a journey. You're never done. Even when you achieve one goal, there's always another level to reach. There's always more to learn and more ways to grow. The moment you think you've arrived, you start to stagnate, and stagnation, my friends, is the enemy of success. When you're truly obsessed with success, you are never satisfied. You're always on the lookout for ways to improve, for ways to become more efficient, more effective, and more impactful. Think about the greats in any field, business, sports, or otherwise. They never stop learning, they never stop pushing themselves. Take someone like Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest men in the world. He dedicates 5 to 6 hours a day to reading. He's constantly learning and constantly improving. Why? Because he knows that personal development is the key to staying on top. He is obsessed with growing his knowledge, understanding the world better, and making smarter decisions. That's the kind of obsession you need if you want to reach the pinnacle of success. Now here's one more crucial element: you need to be obsessed with your mindset. Your mindset is everything. It shapes how you respond to challenges, how you perceive opportunities, and how far you're willing to go to achieve your goals. A strong, resilient mindset is the foundation of success, and like any other aspect of your life, it requires constant attention and cultivation. You must be obsessed with developing a mindset of abundance, positivity, and resilience. Train your mind to focus on possibilities, not limitations. Teach yourself to view setbacks as opportunities to learn rather than reasons to quit. You need to cultivate the mental toughness to keep going even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. It can propel you forward or hold you back. The difference lies in how you train it. Are you feeding your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, or are you allowing negativity and doubt to creep in? Are you filling your mind with ideas that expand your vision, or are you letting fear and worry shrink your dreams. When you're obsessed with success, you guard your mind like a fortress. You don't allow negative influences to take root. You don't let others' doubts or criticisms affect your belief in yourself. You stay laser focused on your vision and fill your mind with thoughts and beliefs that will propel you toward it. Now, some people might tell you that obsession is unhealthy. They'll suggest that you need to be balanced, that you should take it easy, that you're working too hard. But let me ask you this: how many people preaching balance are living the life you want to live? How many of them are where you aspire to be? I'm not saying balance isn't important, but here's what I believe: there's a time for the balance and a time for obsession. If you're serious about achieving success, you need to be obsessed at least for a season. You must be willing to invest the time, effort and focus that most people won't. The truth is that success requires a level of commitment that the majority aren't willing to give. It demands a focus and determination that makes others uncomfortable. It requires an obsession that drives you to keep pushing forward even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, and even when it feels like you're not making progress. So embrace that obsession. Let it be your guide as you navigate the path to success, because here's the truth: progress isn't always visible at the moment. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent obsessive effort over time. So if you're not yet obsessed with your success, ask yourself why not. What's holding you back? Are you afraid of failing, afraid of what others might think, afraid of putting in all that effort and not seeing immediate results? Let me tell you, those fears are natural, but they cannot stop you. You've got to push through them. You must allow your desire for success to become stronger than your fear of failure. Think about it: if you're truly obsessed, committed to your vision, your habits, your personal development and your mindset, how can you not succeed? How can you not achieve your goals when you're putting in the work day in and day out, relentlessly focused on where you're going? Success is inevitable. It may not arrive on the timeline you expect, but it will come, because obsession leads to action, and action over time leads to results. So I challenge you today: are you ready to become obsessed with your success? Are you prepared to commit fully, to focus relentlessly, and to do whatever it takes to achieve your dreams? Because if you truly embrace that level of obsession, nothing can stop you. Nothing.